Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going. Hi, guys. This is Dan Early. I've been inadvertently clicked on the live button, and we're live now. So, welcome to Dan's Digital Moment. And I have this is a series of live vlogcast where it's unedited, unscripted, and live. And it's raw, off the cuff stuff, reactions based on technical topics, and more today's probably more political topics. So this is recorded on July 21st, 2021. And the topic is, can the US government actually ban someone from all social networks? This is sprouted from an incident with the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki on July 16th, was she outright said, and I'm going to quote her as best I can, bear with me here, you shouldn't be banned from one platform, not others, for providing misinformation. This actually created a huge uproar in social networking stuff over the world everywhere. And many have asked questions to me. Can this actually happen? Can the government step in here and kick everybody off the social network? More realistically, is probably not, but let's kind of bear with me here. Got itchies here. So let's talk about, is it technically possible? Is it practically possible? Going so like that here. Well, let me tell you a little story here. I'm not sure many of you know that my family, we have a property, we have a house in Vietnam, and we visit there quite often. We've been doing back and forth the whole 12, 15 years. My wife's Vietnamese too. So a long time ago, Vietnam had tried to implement their version of the Great Firewall. So like what China has right now, where they throttle back what the Vietnamese can see if you're in their country. But realistically here, everybody you talk to over there knows how to get around the firewall. So it doesn't really do a whole lot of good. It was really a lost cause for them. So the moral of that story here is now they went a step further. They didn't just block social networking over there. They actually blocked some key websites like Facebook and stuff like that. So that was easily circumvented. Everybody over there knew how to change your DNS settings and stuff like that. Use different servers. Even the little 10-year-olds over there knew how to do that. So it wasn't. So essentially, everybody became a hacker over there to get to where they wanted to get to. So so technically, is it possible? Probably not. Now let's add something here, sir, too. Areas like China and Vietnam, these smaller countries, they have a finite number of pipes to their country. In fact, you go a step with China. They're all their ISPs have to coordinate with the government. So technically, the Chinese could say that if Z over there did the same thing as Psaki here, it says, well, you're going to be banished from all your social networks. Technically, they can do that if it's China. Okay, not here's something else here, and they do that. I know a few situations that happen like that. Now we're not China. We're the United States, so we have quite a few different pipes that bring the internet to us. Not only the fact, and aside from the fact we actually invented the internet, so the situation is significantly different in the United States. So can our government kind of do the same thing? Technically, at a technical level, no. Okay. Now let me add something else here too. I mentioned a while back there, I was actually technically permanently banned from Twitter. By the way, I just received a notice about 3 months ago that they're allowing me back, but I'm not going back there. So I'm actually supposed to be banished from Twitter, but that doesn't stop me from accessing Twitter. I got extra accounts and stuff like that, able to get into Twitter. I just simply don't partake don't engage in there anymore. So, so at this time in history, what do you want to call it, on the internet here, it's not really not be able to ban anybody actually. Also, let's add some things like image boards, okay, or more actually, you folks out there might know 4chan, 8channel. There's hundreds of image boards out there, which most of them are you log them as anonymous. They have no real login for that. So with that in mind, they don't ban anybody. So you can just jump in there, and they could technically block your IP address, but that's easy to get around. So you go on and on here. Really, you can't really stop somebody if Psaki or Biden and all that stuff. And bear with me here. I understand this is a technical issue, a political issue, and my apologies on this to bring this in here, but I'm looking at a technical perspective here. If, hypothetically speaking, Biden or Psaki so desired to impose this ban where this hypothetically says, well, Dan, we're going to banish you off of all social networks. So they could tell individually Google and Twitter or Facebook to do that. They could probably do that, but there's so many more other social network systems out there that there might be able to bash me from some of them and all of them. And if somebody like me or somebody, like anybody, if they really want to get back into the system, there's nothing really can stop them for doing that. So I guess the question is, realistic or practically possible to banish somebody from the social networks? Is probably not. Okay. And here's something else here too. Censorship eventually loses out. Eventually, sooner or later, eventually the entity that's censoring will lose out, or there people get around it. So that's kind of what it is. So long story short, a lot of you people out there are concerned about this, about the Biden administration or what Psaki said might come to fruition. I seriously doubt it. And I'll go a step further. It is really surprising they would make a statement like that. That is going to create more backlash, not just with the conservatives or Republicans, but as well as with a lot of folks that are, let's say, on the moderates or such as me, or even more left-leaning, even their own support system here. So, and it's already backfiring. You can see a lot of people even just been about a few days since then, have really been outspoken about this. So I wouldn't worry about too much about it. So and there's a lot of things that have to happen before our government's able to do that. So, and I don't see it as a realistic issue. Now on the other hand too, there is an obvious issue with Twitter, Facebook, Google, and so these other larger platforms banning people or filtering people. As I mentioned, I've been bashed off of Twitter, but really they are actually a not as big of an issue. And let's talk about a business standpoint of it. What if you're banished off of Facebook? Okay, and you have a Facebook page or you have business interest on there, you run ads on there. Well, there's other places you can put ads. Okay, I can see here Parler, which is something that came out about because of all the Twitter bans. It's starting to become a much larger platform. They're starting to do some advertisement there. MeWe is another place here too. So where you're starting to get a following that's getting kicked off these other platforms. That's the reason why I mentioned to you before, where if these platforms start really banning people just have no choice but to move on, and they are. Okay, and let's add something here too. Let's say hypothetically you did get banished from Facebook. MeWe's ads are really cheap, so you could probably better a lot cheaper cost per contact advertising there than other places. And even though it's a small audience, the cost per contact matters. So think about that. So anyway, I know this is going to be very controversial. I'd like to hear some input back from you folks out there. Leave a message, leave a comment. Let me hear what you have to say here, what you think about this. Other than that, I thank you guys for asking me this question and following me. So, like I say, if you had any question, concern about this or anything, technology wise here, you can contact me at my email, danharley@primeconcepts.net. Put the subject from Dan's Digital Moment, so I know you're sending a question from one of my shows here. I get loads of emails. Please do that. So make sure I know that you're trying to email me from something like this, or call me 760-247-4814. Leave a message, or maybe I'll pick up the phone. Who knows? By the way, I leave links to some great stuff for you or your business. Low cost, no cost, premium stuff, offers given from various different services here. So check in the show notes below here. Also, do me a favor, share this with friends and colleagues out there. Hopefully this info might be benefit to other folks out there, or piss them off. Who knows? Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's it. So thanks for watching, listening, hang out with me for a few minutes, and good luck and Godspeed to your online success. We'll see you next time.